Coming up on this episode of Frontier Vets.
I was too scared to tell Greg.
Stop breathing, Niven.
No, he's not breathing.
8 idealistic young veterinary students descend on South Africa to run the remote Haluvu-Carney Animal Hospital. They will work under the guidance of Dr. Greg, the resident vet, and his health technician and community outreach leader, Gypsy. The animals' lives, and in many cases the livelihoods of their owners, are in their hands. It's a brutal learning ground where they will be faced with the constant threat of physical danger and emotional burnout. Do they have what it takes to become a frontier vet? On the vet students' long overdue day off, Dr. Greg springs a heritage festival on them.
To be honest, initially when I heard we were going to the festivity, I was quite dreading it. A few of us were tired and we were agitated, and we would have rather preferred to just take the afternoon off or just do something more relaxed.
We were tired. We haven't been getting enough sleep, and suddenly we have to go and just put on a smiley face in front of other people when you don't really feel like it.
The students learn that the invitation was from the tribal chief. Showing him the correct respect is expected and critical.
It was quite nerve-wracking because you're walking in front of the tent, in front of all the other chiefs of all the other tribes, and it was quite a blind moment because I didn't recognize him, I didn't see him, and I was like, I don't see the chief. And then Jonathan had to point out he's right there, and then I noticed him. But initially I didn't see him, I did walk past him.
I'm a kind of a science person. I'm not really into this tradition stuff.
Drew has felt culturally isolated since arriving.
It was intimidating. You didn't know what a chief really means or what's going on. I mean, it was really welcoming to see that he really appreciated us being there and that everyone thinks that we're doing a good job. It really meant a lot.
To be invited by a chief, I think should be an honor.
Never seen anything like that.
Never.
Whoa, look at that.
It felt good, but then at the same time it also felt like, I don't know, a bit not so right. As I was looking around, I realized, okay, a lot of the ladies were wearing dookies on their heads. And I was like, oh my word, am I supposed to be wearing a dookie on my head?
Apparently she was supposed to be wearing something over her head because she's a married woman. You know, she doesn't know that stuff. She's grown up in a city, and I just said to her, you can't expect to have this kind of culture. When were you supposed to be exposed to it? So don't feel bad.
I'm not really Swazi in culture.
What are you?
Honestly, I don't know what I am. I do feel a bit lost. Culturally, being more modernized, you lose your roots.
Aggie's mood changes after the show when the audience could cut loose and dance.
I love to dance. I love to dance. And sometimes I just forget about everything else. You hear that beat and you just need to move with that beat.
I'm just a white guy from the USA. I don't have any rhythm. I don't have any moves or anything.
I really hate dancing. Just not really my sort of thing.
There wasn't a whole lot of veterinarian work, but there is definitely a lot of learning just about different cultures. And so I think that's almost just as important or more important than actual clinical experience.
Definitely got the spirits up. It definitely was one of the highlights of my day. The music, the atmosphere, the other locals joining in and dance off were very, very fun.
Roxy is sleepless, worrying about the operation to fix Ripple's broken leg.
We've had friends who've had puppies die under anesthesia.
It's 4 a.m. Roxy departs to the clinic to perform the first operation of her career.
Yeah, she looks a lot stronger today. It definitely looked stronger than when she came in.
I think a few of us were worried, and you know, I've been staying with Roxy, so I can see there is a lot of love and adoration for that puppy. And it's not called Ripple, it's called my Ripple. But I don't think I'd want to go into an operating room with the thought that I'm now possibly going to have to make hard decisions on my animal.
Drew and Delaray are slated to assist Roxy. Delaray hasn't always seen eye to eye with Roxy on her treatment plan for Ripple.
It's quite possible that we open it up and you reevaluate it and it needs to be amputated.
Whether she'll be able to make that decision is quite debatable. I think she'll opt to keep the leg on, even though it's not really the best thing for the dog.
In a shocking move just before the surgery, Delaray is excused from the team.
Are you serious? I felt sick to my stomach. I was like, I could see. It was like a slap in the face.
He really was hurt.
He sort of removed himself and was trying to deal with it in a mature way.
I just can't see the reason behind it.
You need to move like you've done this 5 times before. Don't second guess yourself too much. And each this, you guys need to be on the ball because we're going to try and be quite as slick as possible. Okay, we're not going to do a 10-hour op. We're going to do as short as possible.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Thanks for setting me up, Bill.
Okay, thanks Dilla. Thanks for helping us.
Yeah, sure.
I really wanted to see that surgery. I really wanted to be exposed to what was happening there, to even just be like a fly on the wall, just look at it and listen and not saying anything. Yeah.
I'm really nervous now. I'm really glad Greg is here and really glad Drew's managing the anesthetics. We're not having to worry about that.
I'm excited for what we have coming, but also nervous like anything else.
I've never cut a live animal before.
First live animal cut.
My hands were shaking at the beginning. And you make that first cut and just the blood starts seeping. There I am, just sticking the scalpel blade against it really gently. And then you have to do it again because that wasn't thick enough.
It's actually normally better to use scissors, tissue scissors.
You've got to just keep ripping through tissue in order to expose the bone because if you can't see the bone, it's useless. You may as well just cut the leg straight away.
They've exposed and examined the bone. It's the moment of truth. Will they attempt to repair it with pins, or is it better to amputate the limb?
What do you want to do?
Keeping the limb is the better option for Ripple. She can cope quite well with 3 legs, but it's just going to put a lot more stress on that other front limb.
Drew, what do you want to do?
I'd take it off. I think the other limb probably will come around since it's a puppy. It'll probably straighten up a little bit.
That's when it kind of hits you that, wait a second, this is Ripple.
Agatha and Niven are back to give follow-up treatment to the cow with the limp.
You remember the case?
Yeah.
The killer cow. We definitely were a bit more scared this time because obviously this cow was alert and awake and wasn't down.
Agatha?
Yeah.
Will you put the rope around us?
Around the cow, you mean?
Yes.
I can try.
Okay.
So that made my heart skip a beat. Oh.
Even though she's scared, she'll always say, yes, but I'll do it, I'll do it. Hello, remember us? We helped you yesterday.
Made you get better. So
It's bleeding
gentle.
again.
Yeah, I can see that. I had the part of the rope that you put around the horns. I had it on a stick, so but still, like my arms are short, and I'm a short person, so I finally managed.
Okay, take it there, Gypsy. Lift this front leg so that she can't kick me. Okay.
The horns are.
No, she'll be fine.
You are safe from there.
Okay, hold it there, Aggie.
I'm holding
Rest
it.
it on your knees if it's easier.
Ah!
Okay, you have it.
Quick, Niven.
Done.
I was impressed with what I could actually overcome, you know, with regards to my fears and stuff. As the days go by, like I see myself getting better and better with the cows, and I would never have done that on the first day. Never.
Okay, wanna write up the receipt?
Yeah.
I'm kind of stressing on what's happening in theatre because it's nearly been 3 hours right now and they haven't been out.
Okay, here we go. Time to shine.
It's Roxy's case, so Dr. Greg goes with her call. Save the leg. To do the job, they drill in pins to realign two bones so they'll heal, fuse together.
It was tough. It was hard work, like a lot harder than I thought.
Okay, I'll try and hold in the right place. You push the pin. Come on, Roxanne. Push, push, push.
Is there any way we can get going?
Drew fears the anesthetic is wearing off.
2.
The team rushes to finish.
There you go.
Okay.
And with one final stitch,
We did it. Well,
You did a good
it's not
job,
awake
Roxy.
yet, but
I wasn't gonna relax until she was actually like up and walking.
I'm kind of iffy on what decision Roxy made. So I sincerely hope that Roxy made the right decision on not amputating that leg.
good girl, Ripple. Good girl.
a local farmer's cow is down and can't get up on its own. It could die if left in that position too long.
That animal's got no chance of living. She's going to lose weight and she won't be able to walk. Now they've got to slaughter the cow that they saved for more than 1 year to actually start a farming life or actually start a herd. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking stuff, actually.
Delaray assumes the lead and rallies the group.
Delaray really wanted to get the cow up, and seeing his eyes, just, the passion and how he felt. Watch your head. Watch your head. Drop. Okay. Do you want to try again, Delaray?
You need someone to kind of take control of the situation. Yeah, sure, Drew. So next time, you pull out that ball that way.
Yeah.
Only I'll pull out this one this way.
Okay.
But we don't trip her again.
Okay. The problem is that if this cow decides to move its head and I let go of the horns, what if it gets one of my friends in the eye?
Stand right there.
Okay. But what happens if she hits me with the horn?
Hold. She's shaking. Yeah. Oh, for crying out loud. This is ridiculous. Let's leave it. Let's come back later on this evening when it's cooler out.
Everybody was now ready to give up, but Della just insisted that we try for the last time.
I was furious with some of the people. You're kind of with a difficult situation. You really want this cow to get up because the longer she lies down, the less the chances are of actually getting up and surviving.
Basically, we had one more try and then we were done. I'm letting go.
No. Hold.
It's not gonna stand.
She's not going to stand.
Standing. Just correct her front left, please.
Okay, take the pulse out slowly. 30 seconds to get some blood back into those legs. Okay, you guys can let go. Get out of the way, Charlotte.
That joy and that fulfillment of just being able to help this animal and seeing her walking afterwards. It was like she went into second gear and just kept on going.
It was a heavy cow. Good job, though. I didn't think it was heavy. I'm glad we got the cow up, but you wonder if there are safer ways to go about doing it. So what happened back there?
That was tense.
We've all gone over the speed limit. I mean, it's almost impractical to drive at the 65 when there's an emergency, when you're rushing to get in and out. And the thing is, we're staying in the Kruger, so it's not like we're guests or something, This guy just wouldn't listen to anything we had to say. He reduced the fine. I was too scared to tell Greg.
Nevin! I found this in my car. Appearance to appear in court.
The speed limit is maximum 65, but I don't understand. It's like if there's an emergency or something, how are you supposed to get out of there in time? I tried to sweet talk my way out of it, but it didn't work.
So, Nevin, were you going too fast or were you not going too fast?
I was going at 87. We were on a mission. And that's what the guy didn't understand. We're here to help the community, and now we're being fined while we were trying to do that.
Greg, I just want to come up to defense for Niven right here.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of gave this environment that we're always in a hurry and we're always driving like mad men. So I can kind of understand that Niven got the speeding fine because it's like a precedent that's been created.
The fact of the matter is, you have a fine.
I'll make a deal with you. I'll do your gardening, which is not part of the job description.
Niven, your gardening is part of what you've got to do here. You know, there's gardening, cleaning, painting, all that stuff. That's part of running a clinic.
I think it's rather easier to sweet talk my mom to convince her into paying the fine because I'm not getting anywhere with you, so...
Fine.
I'll pay the fine.
Get your mom to pay it.
I learned my lesson. I was wrong, and I deserve the fine. Because if I had knocked something down, I would have regretted it. So I take full accountability for my fine.
It was Delaray's determination that pushed the team to help save a downed cow. But he wasn't the only one affected by the results.
I called the owner again just to check up how the cow is doing. You know, I was so happy. I was like, wow, the cow is up, it's eating again. It just makes you happy. It's like you've achieved something, you've made a difference in somebody else's life. And if I would be sitting in the lab, I don't think I would be getting that satisfaction.
Meanwhile, Tina's goat case continues to weigh on her. It was brought to the clinic the previous day, showing nervous symptoms and in a severe amount of pain. Tina was keen to euthanize it immediately, but upon advice from Dr. Greg, she decided to give it one more day to show signs of improvement.
I was thinking about the goat and if it's alive or not.
Unlike Roxy with Ripple, Tina decides to leave her patient at the clinic overnight, even though its condition is critical.
Some of us are actually closer to that step of removal from the patient than others.
So do you think your goat's going to be alive?
Let's hope it is alive, but when it's not alive, maybe it's just one problem less.
I think it's better to be the way Tina is because you save yourself in the process.
Hey! You're stinking. It's alive and it really wants to stand up. It cries because it's really hungry. Oh, baby.
Can Tina actually keep her emotions out of the case?
I try to prevent it.
But she's already feeling upset. The owner is an hour late, bringing the mother goat for a feeding.
It's so fine.
At long last, he arrives.
Sorry, very. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you bring the mother after that?
No, I did not manage to bring the mother.
I cannot remember one lecture about how to handle owners. It's not good at the moment. The milk of the mother would be very great, but yeah.
Okay, I think it's an emergency situation, so I think it's best for us to quickly drive home so that it can get the milk from its mother.
Is it possible to go with your car and try to milk the mother and feed the
No,
baby?
it's fine. You can use my car.
I think you should just drive normally.
Tina is concerned the goat is too sick to travel, but without the mother's milk, it will surely die. Medically speaking, Tina knows that the chances of the goat being able to suckle are very slim, given its neurological symptoms.
The baby's drinking on its own. I didn't believe it will suck. It is a big smile. I'm really happy. It wants to live. I'm getting more confident with everything, with using my knowledge, and I can now discuss with the owners better and explain what I do, why I do it.
Agatha and Niven have been called to another cattle case. After her success with the killer cow, Agatha's confidence is growing.
Okay. I try and encourage her to take an opportunity to do something just so it doesn't feel like I'm being overbearing and taking on all the responsibility on myself. I'm Shani.
Shane?
My name's Niven. That's the little calf over there.
Yes.
We were called out to our farm in which a little calf was premature. Aggie, I think she must maybe wear gloves because this calf was born yesterday and I'm not taking a chance.
So that was just my first thought, give it Valium.
I disagreed with her initially because I said we haven't even taken the owner's full history. He was walking and stuff this morning.
No.
No.
Yeah, just sitting down.
And yesterday?
No.
No.
Finally, the students get to the examination.
Struggling to breathe, the sand in his nose.
Sand everywhere. Let's check the other side.
Okay, check.
Is it still breathing?
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's gone.
Even it's not breathing anymore.
The die? No, it's breathing. It's alive. Gee, you scared me there.
It's not breathing, Niven. Just wait.
Thing's breathing. Okay.
It's not moving anymore, Niven.
No, he's not breathing. Aggie, we came a little too late. Don't cry.
Could have done something faster.
But I think it is unprofessional to be able to show your emotion in front of the client and to cry. Maybe if we came a little earlier, or I know this calf has been sitting here in the sun the whole day, which probably wasn't good for it either. I mean, it's just been lying here in the heat, so I'm really sorry. What more could we have done, Gypsy? I don't know.
You stopped seizuring and then
Where'd we go from there?
I would have died.
But I think it kind of like disappointed because I was looking forward for the calf to leave.
We can't just push a drug inside of it. It's not like I have this magical injection that I can give your calf and it's going to spring up and be all healthy again. It's a calf. There's dosages, there's weights, there's precautions.
Under an emergency, you can't just like, you have to act. Even if you give it the wrong thing, at least you have tried to save a life or something like that.
At least maybe if you had stopped the seizuring, you wouldn't have died, like, suffering. I feel like we took too long.
Next time on Frontier Vets.
I will say the truth, but he won't be amused.
If you could have a baby monkey or Ripple.
I'm not playing this game.
The dog is waking up. It's really waking up.
Can we get an extra hand yet?